What's up, nerds? Welcome to Geek Beast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news by geeks like you. If you're new to our show, we cover the geek news beat and we share our opinions. Share more of our opinions than the news, but you'll get a good idea what we're talking about. I'm your host, Chuck, and when we got Randy. Say what's up to people, Randy.
Yo, what's going on, Geek Beast? Chuck, what are we talking about tonight?
Man, we're going to start this out somber tonight, Randy.
Yeah, I heard.
We had the loss of a legend, you guys.
Legend.
True to life legend. Civil rights activist, award-winning, Grammy-winning producer, writer, true speaker, and the man.
Producer,
What's up?
star, movie producer,
Movie
star
producer.
maker,
Yeah, star maker. Yeah.
record breaker.
He's done a little bit of everything. He's done everything, and even walked into civil rights at the same damn time.
Hey,
We're talking about Quincy Jones, you guys. Quincy
heard.
Jones was 91 years old when he passed this week. Um, We've had a 70-year career of Quincy Jones. 70 years.
70 years. Come
He
on, son.
was a band leader, composer, and arranger. He is the core reason Michael Jackson is Michael Jackson.
Not only that, he's the core reason Will Smith is who Will Smith is. He's
Yeah.
worked with Frank Sinatra, Oprah and the Color Purple, Whoopi Goldberg. That's just off the top of the head.
Eddie Murphy, Bill Cosby. He did the jazz album, Bill Cosby. You know that? You know he did
Nah, I
that?
didn't know that.
Yeah, I bought it. I bought it. It was my first Apple iTunes purchase was the Bill Cosby Quincy Jones album.
Was a band director for Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, he had Khadija Jones, who was engaged to Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Khadija.
Mm-hmm.
We have Rashida Jones,
Yep.
his youngest daughter, who is also a superstar,
Yeah.
actress,
Very
superstar.
talented actress.
Yeah. He's has 28 Grammys to his name. For his 1990 album Back on the Block, he was a three-time producer of the year honoree. Man, he was out here crushing it.
Keep this. He did Off the Wall, Bad, Thriller, and We Are the World, all in succession.
Yes, yes. So in 1979 with Michael Jackson, Off the Wall, first solo album, 20 million copies internationally. Its chart
Oh,
topping
that's the
sequel.
lowest one. That's the lowest selling one.
That is the lowest selling one. Then he did Thriller, 1982. And it sold what about 110 million copies. 110 million copies of an album. And then he got fired by Michael Jackson
He did
because
bad. He did
and he
bad.
did Bad, 1987's version of Bad. And it didn't sell 110 million. So he was like, yo, you sold 30 millions of that album.
You sold
And
30 million
and that's not
copies.
enough for me.
Right. Do better.
Do better. But yeah, your sound is dated. Then he did We Are the World in
Yeah.
1985. Yep. He's worked with Lionel Richie. He worked with everything on Motown. So he's been around for a
Ray
while.
Charles.
Ray
I mean,
Charles. Here's a story for Ray Charles. He said Ray Charles is the most independent blind man he's ever met in his life. Did everything on his own unless there was a lady around, and then he was totally helpless. He was totally helpless. He said Ray Charles couldn't even walk when a woman was in the room and everything else. Um, I'm Bad. He did the original version of I'm Bad. Then he had the idea to get Prince on it. It was his
Hmm.
idea, I heard.
Yeah.
They gave it to Prince. Prince said, I'm not doing these lines. I'm not doing these lyrics. And then Prince in Revolution made a completely brand new version of I'm Bad. And they said it was way better. Sheila E. says it was better than the original I'm Bad. Like they were like, this is probably Michael's greatest album. This is gonna be his greatest album. We can't wait for Michael to hear this. Prince looked at them and hit delete and recorded over right over
That
top
is
of it.
so gangster. Like the level of ego, that is like just thinking about it. Michael Jackson, biggest star in the world. Prince, probably second biggest star in the world. The money that they probably could have made and things they could have done. But Prince was like, screw him. I don't need him.
I don't need him. Deleted it.
What?
He said him and the band worked for what, 2 weeks on it? They worked for like 2 weeks on it. Made a better version of I'm Bad that we, that we will never hear.
We,
And he purposely hit record over top of it.
that's the most gangster thing I've ever heard in my whole entire life.
They said when it got back to Quincy, Quincy was like, "It is what it is. It is what it is. We'll do my version."
He tried. Quincy
Yeah,
tried. He
we'll do
tried.
my
You know?
version. That's the type of visionary he was.
Yeah, man.
He was like, I got these two artists, probably the greatest two artists in our lifetime. They don't really like each other, but I'm gonna make them work together.
Yeah. He created Fresh Prince for Will Smith
Yeah,
at a
yeah.
time when rappers did not act.
Hmm.
Like it's secondary now, but back in the day, it was like, nah, you were a rapper, you didn't act. Quincy Jones was like, nah, we're gonna put you in a
Hmm.
television series on NBC.
Yep. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Visionary,
And used to talk to Dr. King and Malcolm X.
man.
Um, I would say we have a moment of silence for him, but he was never a quiet person, so we shouldn't have a moment of silence for
Hey,
him.
one of the greats.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to the great
R.I.P. to Quincy Jones.
Quincy Jones.
91 years old, you guys.
Yeah,
People don't understand how long that is.
70-year career. Oof,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
amazing.
Um, Another passing that we should have a moment of silence for. Legendary Star Wars artist Greg Hildebrandt has also passed away.
Okay.
Iconic fantasy and science fiction illustrator Greg Hildebrandt passed away yesterday at age 85.
Mm,
And when you go to Comic-Con, there's a table out front, and it's all his books.
mm.
And his work is masterful. Like all over the place, his work is masterful. It looks so delicious. It looks so good. And he passed away on us yesterday.
What? It's 80. You said 85.
85 years old.
Hey man, he had a good run.
He had a really good run.
Good run.
Like that picture of Captain America hitting the Nazi,
Mm-hmm.
golden. Like this is
Mm-hmm.
Clash of the Titans poster, golden. Deadpool and Thanos, man, he crushes it. The artwork is pretty. It's really pretty. It has a cartoon look to it, nice shaded. It looks like it's very painterly. He passed away as well. He's known to work on Star Wars, Clash of the Titans, Barbella, Young Frankenstein, Magic the Gathering cards, Marvel Masterworks, Dungeons and Dragons, Lord of the Rings. He worked on heavy metal as well. So these are some really
Look
dope people
amazing.
in
Look
this
at
here.
that.
Look at that. Isn't that
That's the
gorgeous?
original
That was
Star
the
Wars.
That's the original Star Wars poster. Yeah.
Yeah.
Goats, man.
Yeah,
Goats.
man.
Um, it's funny that a lot of these people are gonna die with us because we don't teach what they have contributed to the world. It'll be the
That's
nerds
sad.
that seek it, you know.
That's sad that like
Yeah,
these art forms could be potentially just lost to time and history, and it
yeah,
just
yeah.
so amazing.
Then be
So
matched up into
talented.
some generative AI stuff,
Ugh.
and it's not gonna
Don't get
be
me
what
wrong. I
this
think it has
is.
its value, but still, man, don't nothing look at
Look
this.
at
This
that. Look at that.
yeah, this is. I mean, there as we say, there are levels to this, and generative AI ain't got here at least
It's
yet.
not here. It's not
Yeah,
human. It's not human at all.
yeah,
Not yet anyway. But yeah, a lot of this stuff is going to be lost probably after us
yeah.
because we know who these artists are, but we treat everything like we're like Gollum. We treat everything as precious and don't want to share it. And we should share it with these kids. And then we tell them, if you really want to know, you'll go find it on the internet. But somebody told us.
Yeah.
Some old dude
That's
come to the
more
comic
though.
book shop. They're like, "Yo, you know about so and so?" You'd be like, "No." He's like, "Oh, you don't know nothing about art. Then you don't know nothing about fantasy art. You should
I
look up
mean,
someone." Blah 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 blah. And we'll
but
go to the library. And we'll get to ask our friends. They're like, "You didn't know about that? Yeah, I got some
but
books you can look at."
is the culture of the kids like that? Because like you said, yeah, that's like them old school. dudes used to pull your cat. You thought you knew something. They like, youngster, you don't know nothing about here. And then they show you something, whether that's sports, that's art, that's music, that's
Uh-huh.
anything. They just pull your coattail and you were like, oh, I didn't know. Do you think the culture, though, the young culture, it promotes that type of activity now? Like if you tell a young
Um,
kid something like that, are they going to be receptive to listen? Or are they going to be like, oh, old head, that ain't how we get down no
they,
more?
I think we never taught them how to respect classic stuff. Parents don't care for classic stuff, you know. I have friends that listen to more of today's rap music than yesteryear's rap music with around their children, you know, and they do it not just music, like R&B. They listen to Rihanna way more than they listen to Anita Baker or way more than SWV. So these kids have never heard an authentic voice through a speaker.
See, that's interesting.
That's
So,
so crazy to me.
but like, and I have just like the out. It was a couple years ago, maybe about 3 years ago. I was at the mall, and it was a kid. He was in the mall. He's like 11, and he was rapping gin and juice. And I'm like, what the hell did this kid learn gin and juice
That's a
for?
parent. That's a parent just showing up.
Yeah, I was like, it freaked me out. I was like, what?
That's the parent showing up. I got kids that show up like that from time to time. They love that old stuff because it's new to them. They're like, wow, this is different than what we have. But some kids have had no idea Snoop Dogg was even a rapper.
Yeah, I could see that. I
No
could
idea
definitely
Snoop
see
Dogg was
that.
he's the number one ads man. He's
Yeah,
the ads man.
he's
He's the
been that
snake
way for
oil
15.
dealer.
He's been that way for 15 years though.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
So
what Doggy Star came out in what 93?
93. Yep.
Yeah.
93.
Who's that?
I mean, he's in Fortnite now, so
He is in Fortnite. They know him as
yeah,
he's an ads man.
he
He is
is.
a mascot.
Yeah.
He had a big live event. I
Oh,
was sound checking on Friday. They had a big event in Times Square where Snoop and Ice Spice were rapping and they were playing it in Fortnite, and over 10 million people tuned in.
yeah.
Tuned in.
Play in the
But
game, playing the game, watching the event. 10 million. So
if you
they know now.
we talk
I mean, if they
about
don't know
Yeah.
before,
yeah.
they don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
they still might not have heard like rolling down the street, smoking
Mm.
it, no, sipping
Sipping
on
on
it.
a
Like they
murder
don't
was the
know.
case.
Yeah, right. It's like, oh, he might rap something, but like the
He's
career
an
arc
actor and
at
he's a salesman.
when Snoop first came out, though, like popular culture,
Yeah.
they hated him. They hated him.
Yeah, they did hate
Rolled
him.
over the CDs. They tried to get Time Warner to divest in Death Row. Like he was hated. And now seeing him get this much like love from the masses outside of the hip hop community is just kind of freaking awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
He's completely
He
reinvented
cooks with
himself.
Martha Stewart. And he makes smoking weed cool and normal. He's always made smoking weed cool.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my God, he smokes weed and he drinks gin and juice and he's a gangster from Long Beach. So everybody thought he had everybody thinking Long Beach was the most dangerous place in America outside of Compton.
I
And
did.
and and then now as an adult, he's a grandpa. He
Yeah.
hugs the kids. He plays football teams and smokes weed. And
And the
every now and
Olympics,
then
like
he'll rap about some bitches, and that's what he does. Excuse my
what
French.
at the Olympics, Snoop was outside of the athletes. Snoop was the biggest draw at the Olympic
At
Games.
the Olympics games. Yeah. Yeah. And he's banned in 15 countries. He can't go to 15 countries because he can't stop smoking weed in countries that are illegal. They don't even arrest him. They say, hey, you just can't come back here no more, Snoop. We tell you stop smoking weed. We're not going to arrest you. But you just can't come back here no more.
It's
Like Ben
amazing.
Baller has a whole story. They went to Korea and he was like, Ben Baller, he says, Ben, I'm touring Korea. I'm doing songs out here and I need some weed. So Ben Baller said, I got him a quarter pound of weed in Korea. He said, that's instantly death sentence. Instantly the death sentence in Korea. He said we got him a quarter pound of weed. He said Snoop smoked it in like 2 days. And Snoop's like, I need more weed. And Ben Ball said, I'm not messing with that. I'm Korean, your manager's Korean. They'll lock us up forever. That's
Yeah.
death penalty stuff.
Yeah.
And he said Snoop went to X and said, hey, I'm giving out free features for anybody can bring me weed. He said Korean artists, pop artists, everybody showed up with weed. So if y'all see Snoop on a Korean K-pop song or just a rap song, it's because they gave him some weed.
He ain't been on one. Like
He
I'm
has, he
surprised.
has, he has,
I'm
he
about to
has.
say, I'm
He
surprised.
he has, he
It's
has.
not necessarily my lane, but shit, Snoop's icon. Snoop is iconic at
He
this
is
point.
iconic.
Iconic.
He is iconic. He is iconic. Uh like the funk came in and said, I'm seeing so much of that exclusionary tribalism from youngsters online too. Kids standing celebs with no idea of the message of M Stan song. Yeah, they have no idea. They don't even know what standing is. They just know it's not a
Well,
good thing.
they don't understand the lyrics. Like I was
Yeah.
listening to kids too, like because they can't read, right? And so
Wow.
comprehension skills aren't that high. So you're talking all these complex ideas, and they're like, no, I just want to vibe.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they just don't get it.
Yeah,
It's
it's so
boring,
interesting.
and so they just don't get it. And Stan is a little much.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Mark comes in and said, a chick says she likes some random anime, and they started quizzing her on obscure shit. Yeah, fandoms are so strong these days. I had a friend that wanted to come to BlurCon, and she's not into anime, and she's not into manga, and she's not into like nerd cosplay or anything like that. And I told her, I said, it's not a friendly place for people that don't like what they like. It's not that friendly place. It's friendly for us because we like all that stuff. But if
Uh,
you think that's weirdo shit and you pop up at the convention where all the weirdos go that love this weirdo shit, they're going to come for you.
so Mark, Chuck is that guy that you just described. You
What?
say you like anime, he's gonna quiz you just like that. So
I
I'm just
don't
putting it,
quiz people
I'm
on
just putting it
anime.
out like that.
I don't
Chuck
quiz
is
people
that
on
guy. Yeah,
anime.
it is. You
No,
be
I
like,
don't.
I'm gonna check to see what they know. Yeah,
I don't
Chuck
quiz
is
people.
that guy.
I am
Don't
not
believe
that
him.
guy.
Don't believe him.
Wow.
He is that
Wow.
guy. You be like, oh, I like such and such. Be like, well, I'm gonna really see how he likes such and such. Yeah,
I'll
he
quiz
is
you
that
about that
guy.
property, but I ain't gonna quiz you about all the anime.
Yes, he is.
I'm
He's
not gonna be
stunning,
like
y'all.
in season 3 of
Of at
My Hero
season three episode,
Academia.
season three of My Hero Academia,
It was
episode
when Jekyll
5.
and
What did
Bakugo
exactly?
were.
Who he is.
I'm not that guy.
All right. She
Mhm.
Chuck be out here G checking people.
I
I'm
could G
telling
check across a lot of things. I usually do it to Randy because Randy always talks mess, you guys. Randy be like, I know it. Like, you know it, huh? You know it, huh?
See,
He does.
that's what I'm saying. I just say, oh, I know something. He'd be
No,
like,
no,
yeah,
guys.
I'm
He'd be
gonna
like, I'm the
find out.
expert. I'm the expert on this. I know it. And I know
Uh-huh,
he doesn't know it. I'm like, why you talking shit
uh-huh.
for it, dog? You know you
Sure.
don't
He
know.
just trying
You
to
know,
explain it to
you
himself.
don't really
That's
know
who he
this.
really
You're
is.
not
At
really in this
his
world.
at his core, he is that person.
At my core, I am that person. I do agree with you. But but I'm gonna leash it on you because you forever talking shit. And that's why you laughing now, because you know
Nah,
it's true.
man, I'm
Because
just
you be
telling
like,
y'all.
I
Like,
know more about it than you do. I'll be like, really? And you know that
nah,
gets my
man.
goat going. You know that gets me going. And
Nah,
you
man. I'm
purposely
telling
do it
y'all.
every time.
I'm telling y'all, that's who he really is.
Mhm. I'm out here G checking everybody for
Yes,
everything.
he is,
I
y'all.
listen to people like, okay. People tell me Naruto's my favorite anime. I'm like, all right, that's cool.
Mhm.
That
Don't
ninja in an orange jumpsuit. I get it.
I need a baseball hat right now. Because I'm calling
No,
Cap.
I knew you're gonna say something stupid. Look, hey y'all, he just learned that slang word, you guys. He just learned it. He learned it like last week. So he's been overusing it a lot lately. He just learned it last week.
Speaking about baseball.
Speaking of things, hold
Yeah,
on,
let's
hold on, Randy. Star Wars Still Skeleton Crew. Did you see the new trailer?
I did.
What'd you think?
I don't know.
You don't like suburb Star Wars?
Not particularly.
They made a cartoon like this already, or the Star Trek Prodigy did it. So Star Trek Prodigy already did this cartoon, and so Star Wars is doing this cartoon.
I mean, I don't know. Like, there's a rich history of Star Wars. There's
Uh-huh.
books and comic books and
Yeah.
all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Like with
Yeah.
all of this to pull from, I don't know, man. I don't want to. It might be good.
It's
I don't
Goonies, baby.
I don't get why Star Wars has to be the Goonies.
Why it doesn't have to be the Goonies? It's everything. They told y'all it's everything. Anybody can catch the damn force now. Just gotta practice hard enough. I hope these kids become force users. And they bring back all force users in the galaxy. And everybody's a force users. And then it turns into like Hogsmeade.
Hogwarts,
No, the city. You know the
the
city
top.
is yeah, like where the bar is and everything. They have that. They show Han Solo the third come up. Instead of shooting the laser blaster, he uses his finger guns, and the laser blast comes out of his fingers. I can't wait. What you got to say? You're not excited about that?
I'm going to watch it.
You have to because you got binge worthy to watch it over. You have to watch it. You can't deny it. Why aren't you excited about
I'm
this?
just not excited.
They have a black father chasing after his black son, trying to find him, and Jude Law leads him around like Indiana Jones.
I don't have nothing to say.
Why don't you say something?
I don't.
On
I
a
don't.
scale of 1 to 10, what do you rate it? What do you rate it from this
I've not
trailer?
seen it.
Your enthusiasm.
My enthusiasm,
Hmm.
a mid. But
One
I
through
don't.
10. Mid is not a number. You act like one of these
Five,
damn kids out here. You
five.
can't use five.
Well,
5 or 6, you can't use 5 or 6.
can't use five or six. Four.
Uh-huh.
See, I don't want to be a Star
Wow.
Wars fan that hates Star Wars. I don't want to be that. I don't want the cacophony being boisterous and loud and just hating it for the sake of hating it. So I'm going to be optimistic and I'm going to reserve judgment until I actually watch it.
I thought it had a VHS look, and I kind of like that look. It
You
looks
know,
like it came off VHS, and I know they used them practical effects. The funk comes in, said Captain EO is horrendous, seeing it with grown-up eyes, but this prequel looks like it'll win me back. It is like Captain
there will
EO.
be no Captain EO slander in my presence. I don't care what it looks like as an adult. Captain EO was goddamn amazing. On the death of Quincy Jones, we will not disparage Michael Jackson properties. I don't care what y'all say. I saw
Quincy Jones
Captain.
had nothing to do with Captain EO.
Had some of the production of Michael Jackson. I didn't say that. I saw Captain EO at Epcot Center in like 1988 or something, whenever it came out, and it was it was the first 3D movie I ever saw. I remember getting the glasses and sitting in there and watching Michael Jackson in 3D. Captain EO was damn
Go
amazing.
watch it right now.
I would it will get no slander. I don't care if it didn't live up. Captain EO gets no slander in this ride.
Okay. Okay, then you should respect Skeleton Crew when it comes out. It is Goonies meets Indiana Jones, Star Wars universe, Star Trek Prodigy, all in one.
Defuck, yes, I'm being beautifully precious memories. I will be willfully blind. It is Captain EO. Y'all know I'm all about the nostalgia.
He's all about nostalgia for
I've got
willfully
no
blindness.
I've got no problem with nostalgia at all. And I could imagine probably what it's like, but Captain EO in my mind, and I don't even remember the plot per se, but I just remember it being
Did
I just remember
it
seeing
have a plot though?
it wasn't long. It was only like 15, 20 minutes. It wasn't long. It wasn't a
Yeah,
4 minute
I know.
movie. Yeah.
I know it. Um, the Star Wars Skeleton Crew follows the journey of four kids who make a mysterious discovery on their seemingly safe home planet, then get lost in the strange and dangerous galaxy. Finding their way home and meeting unlikely allies and enemies will be the greater adventure than they all imagined.
And I
I'm kind of
get it.
excited.
Star Wars has to attract younger viewers. I
And
mean,
unlike Rakai Steed, I like Jude Law and things.
so what is oh Lord. Is is uh is Jude Law Rakaz Owen Wilson?
Yeah, he is. He's his own Wilson. He's like everything that Jude Law's in sucks.
Alfie? Alfie was
I
dope.
love the Alfie. I said
Yeah.
Alfie. I said Sherlock Holmes,
Sherlock
Alfie, the
Holmes.
talented
Yeah.
Mr. Ripley, Gattaca. I named all kinds of films. He's like, all
Yeah.
them films
Jude,
suck.
Jude Law's got a decent little resume. What's regard?
Fantastic Beasts. I named
Yeah.
all of them.
Fantastic Beasts wasn't that great, but
Whatever.
he wasn't bad in it. Yeah, Jude Law's all right,
It wasn't
man.
bad because of him.
Right, right. Yeah. He was a believable Dumbledore. Yeah. Yeah, Jude Law's got a decent
Enemy
little
at the
photography.
Gates.
Huh?
Yeah. Enemy at the Gates. Closer. Alfie. Oh man, I love them all.
Yeah, Alfie's one of yeah, I love Alfie, man.
He was like, it wasn't good. I was like, Alfie was great.
Yeah.
Wild, based on Oscar Wilde.
Mhm.
Man, I like Jude Law.
Yeah, Jude Law's got
I
titles.
love the Huckabees.
Yeah, sure. And Sherlock was solid with him and Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey
Yeah.
Jr.
Yeah.
Hey, hey. I can't make a man love the good things. Like I can't make a man hate horrible things like Owen Wilson.
Oh Lord.
But I get it. I get it. So I'm quite excited for it. I'm excited. They had the Daniels, aka Daniel Kwan and Daniel Schnitz, who directed everything, everywhere, all at once. Will direct an episode of the show. Um, the show may be a little quirky. It's for kids.
No,
I mean,
it's
Star
for
Wars
kids.
has a whole thing. They have a whole nursery show about younglings that Anakin comes back eventually and kills all of them. So they have
And
that show.
they have books for young kids.
They do. They do. They do.
Books
They
for
do.
young kids.
They do.
And Star Wars hasn't had a young kid kind of property.
One thing that stood out in this, they had
Just
Imperial credits, and the kid pulled them out, and they're like, "Where'd you get these credits from?" So it's definitely after the Empire fell.
it's after the Empire. Okay.
Yeah, it's after the Empire fell.
What planet are we on?
We don't know, man. We don't know. Me and Rodney were talking about it earlier today. I even went to Wikipedia. Everywhere is quiet. My Discord is quiet about it. Everybody's really quiet about this property. That's what makes me think it may be good. Because usually when something's really bad, they're usually going off on it inside the Discord. And they're not going off on it inside the Discord.
Mm, that'd
So
be interesting.
I'm thinking it may be actually good.
What is it
But
called?
it's gonna be a real reimagining of the Star Wars universe. I just hope Black Panther shows up.
Why Black Panther?
To the crossover, dog. He's dead. He pops up in Star Wars with the Guardians of the Galaxy, dog. He learns the force power.
So he comes back to the
That's
MCU with force powers.
right, and a lightsaber.
Hey, anybody can get force powers now. We've learned that. It's in all of them. So
Hold on. Hold on. The funk
see,
said
the
the realest
fun, I
thing
was
ever.
literally thinking that.
Uh,
I just didn't want to put it into the universe because it might come to fruition. I was literally
me too.
that.
The funk, you guys that are listening to this, he says,
Oh,
if these kids wind up on Tatooine, I'm checking out immediately.
I was so thinking that, man. I swear, I just didn't
Would
want
they
to.
become slave? Would they come and free the slaves on Tatooine?
Man.
The
I just didn't want
slaves.
to say it
What
because I
what
was like, this is probably gonna come
would
to
they meet
fruition.
Princess Leia's great granddaughter Ray, and she's in a slave outfit, and they
Princess
save her.
Right? Isn't Princess Leia's granddaughter?
Randy, we can rewrite anything right now in Star Wars. Anything's a go. They get Omega there too. Omega's in a princess a slave outfit to Jabba the Hutt.
Oh God.
Then they
Oh,
hook up with Boba Fett and they meet the
God.
Mandalorian. Grogu gets them off the planet. They know they're gonna have Grogu in this. Grogu's probably gonna be in this, you guys. Grogu's gonna be in this.
It would make sense. Well, could it then? Because The Mandalorian is supposed to have a movie
Yeah,
next year,
maybe,
right?
maybe, and maybe one of them becomes the chosen one.
Oh God.
Comes Neo of Star Wars Galaxy.
Well, Star Wars is all about chosen one. You know.
Yeah. But we're gonna have this chosen one. He's gonna learn how to use the Force. He ain't got no Force powers. He
Well,
got 0.000%
we don't
Force
know who
powers.
has force powers, so potentially somebody in this could.
No, it make
Demonstrate
it
sign.
better if they don't have force powers. Listen to
No,
what I'm
no.
saying.
Somebody in here could demonstrate
And he
signs of
meets
having force
Sabine,
power.
and Sabine's like, I'll teach you how to use the force. I learned on the whim.
Sabine is in another galaxy right now.
Maybe they go to the other galaxy. Maybe that's where they are. Maybe this takes place in another galaxy, you guys, that has suburbs. Because they're in the suburbs. They got streets and
Oh,
dogs walk the streets and everything.
oh
When
Lord.
have we ever seen dogs on the streets in Star
I've
Wars?
never seen people in the suburbs.
They
And
have there's like the Stanford Wives. Have you
yeah,
seen the tree? Go watch this
I've
trailer,
seen the
Randy.
trailer. Yeah, I've seen the
It
trailer.
is like Stanford Wives house.
That's why I said I don't, man. No, I'm not. I'm gonna be positive. I am. I'm going to be positive.
I'm being positive. You're taking what I'm saying as negativity. I'm
Yeah.
saying it's in the other galaxy. One of these kids has zero force power. Sabine teaches them how to use the force, and they hook up with Grogu and they start a new school.
See, I know you're full of it. I just know you're full
What?
of it.
What? I
I
said
know
it with a
you.
straight face.
You can say it with a straight face all you want to. I know what's in your heart.
What's in my heart?
I know it's in your heart because I know how you really felt about Sabine having force powers. So
I
you're
don't know what
not
you're talking
fooling
about.
me.
I don't know what you're talking
Oh, I
about.
know what I'm
I
talking. You know
I
what
think
I'm
it's
talking
normal.
about.
I think it's normal for somebody without with 0% of the force to be the most powerful force
Don't have
user
me go pull out
in the
checks
streets.
out here. Don't have me come with receipts on the Geeks Network.
You come with those receipts. You come with them all you want. I'm gonna treat you like Young Thug treated the court case.
You ain't snitching.
I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna
Ain't
look
saying
at you.
nothing.
Yep. So uh let's go to another Lucas story, and we're gonna call it quits after this one.
All right.
George Lucas originally envisioned a Jedi twist to the end of the Phantom Menace. In the film itself, Qui-Gon Jinn, Liam Neeson is a Jedi Master, and Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ewan McGregor is his apprentice. When Darth Maul kills Qui-Gon, Qui-Gon makes Obi-Wan promise to train young Anakin Skywalker